What up? How you doing? Professor DarKneZ here. We are back, and today I'm bringing to you guys a theoretical and a practical lesson on stress versus stress matchups. But first, let me tell you guys, why was I away? Why did I take this time off? I was actually completing my master's, a 2-year process, and I did that by going to the Easter Sanctuaries and retaining some very powerful knowledge that I intend to bring onto the Butcher Circus. Now, on our overview of stress or stress matchups, we have to understand that these types of matchups, they are always tricky because there are too many variables in place. Mainly because stress teams vary very much from one another. So these matchups are heavily dependent on which teams are being played. But we'll try to make it simpler by illustrating it. So here we have a few values, offensive values and defensive values. So there is single target stress output, AoE, DOT, horror, disruption on offense side. And on defensive side, there's guards, direct healing, regen, and stress healing. The way that you should play stress teams when you're playing versus another stress teams is understand if your offensive plan, your primary win con, is viable against your opponent's team. If their defense can negate your primary win con, let's say if my stress output is too low to win by stress, and they have because they have a lot of stress healing, then I need to play more for my secondary win condition, which is, let's say, DOT. Pick order is also very important in these types of matchups. We want to try to always pick first our highest offensive impact turn, while also picking our lesser defensive capability turn. So let's say I'm playing Chef Stress number 4 or the Breakfast Club, however you want to call it, and my opponent's playing, let's say, Chef Stress number 1. Well, you could say that there are two very high impact offensive first moves on my side. I could transform Slam, for example, or I could click my Occultist and pull their doggy to put their Abomination in position 4. The way that you're going to have to value which offensive move is higher impact, while also not privating you from using your best, not your best, but privating you from using one of your defensive maneuvers tends to be by experience. You have to play the stress team that you're playing a lot, and you have to play it versus other archetypes of stress teams a lot as well. The minute details. HP, DOT, stress, and horror checking must be constant. And I mean seriously, develop this habit to become almost thick. So what I mean by this is always be checking the HP, the DOT, the stress, and the horror on your characters and your opponent's characters. Sometimes a character is dead by just clicking because they're going to drop, take more stress, they have horror on them, and if you actually do stress them, you can hinder your own progress. Characters take 5 stress from Death's Door, and they take more stress at Death's Door. When they are at 0 HP, they take 33% more. And this last line is wrong, actually. My bad. They actually take more stress at Death's Door recovery, but it's only 10%. So it's less than if they were still at Death's Door, which is plus 33%, but it's still a plus 10% increase. A good tip, if you're playing a Man-at-Arms stress team, is that your Man-at-Arms turns, they are like a compass to you. So if you're commanding or if you're bolstering, they are telling you which is the direction that you want to proceed in this round. If I'm commanding, I want to take offensive actions to take advantage of the accuracy buff. If I'm bolstering, I want to set up myself so I can then start attacking. Guarding is also goes hand in hand with bolster. Sometimes you have to guard first, but it's also a defensive and a setup maneuver. All right, now let's move on to the practical lesson. What up? We're back. Playing some Salikbrot, and Aiden is kindly playing some stress teams for us today. He seems to be playing Shop Stress number 1. This version of... I wanted to bring Salikbrot for the first game because this team is very good versus damage. It's built to counter direct damage teams, but it's actually quite good also versus stress teams. We do want to go for the Bulwark first turn, because the damage reduction is overall very good here. And we probably want to guard our Grave Robber to prevent the Rhinoceros and Harry Dot from catching up to her. Slamming the flash here is good. We'll guard right now. This way she can't even be hit by Rhinoceros on this turn. And with this sim, we don't have enough firepower to focus down the Abomination to prevent 2 transformations. So what we'll do is focus down the doggy here. Next turn, we most likely want to bolster as well. It might be a problem for us, because right now our man-at-arms really wanted to guard, he wants to command, he wants to bolster, he's overworking. Okay, so he goes command here. We won't move the Flagellant right now, because his Flagellant cannot hit our Grave Robber as of this. We'll decide on our Grave Robber turn, depending on the hit chances here. They're not great, but I think they're the best. Okay, that kind of works. I think for the game plan, the idea was the best here. Going for the Abomination, they can just guard and won't have access to the Abomination again through Reign of Sorrows. So that was my reasoning on going for it, even though the hit chances weren't that great. Aiden is wisely deciding not to go for the Flagellant turn right away, and this situation is very good to explain why in this team Crusader goes in position 1 and not in position 2. I'll move my Flagellant to position 2 because after the A-Bomb detransforms, he's going to Bile, and I don't want my Crusader to be getting hit with the Biles. The Crusader is going to be a very good support unity during this match. We are taking precautions on the DOT and with the guard here, and the Crusader is going to Inspiring Cry the stress away, and that's basically the whole idea. Given that idea that the Crusader is going to be clearing up stress, I'm not going to bolster, I'm going to command, because I want to have better hit chances on that doggy. Let's see what Aiden decides to do. The first turn on Salikbrot is usually the hardest because you're setting up. Then afterwards, when you're set, the team holds up together pretty well. So right now we're feeling pretty good, pretty comfy. A lot of stress on our man-at-arms here. I could clear up the stress right away. However, since I'm not going to get afflicted this turn, and I'm not going to get stunned here, I can clear the stress later, and I can click the Grave Robber here preventing her from taking Rhinoceros dot this turn, and also make the doggy take more duty. So that's what we're going to do. Taking taking precaution to the turn order that we're taking. This is looking good for us. We most likely want to clear the stress on the man-arms because the Flagellant with the Gauntlet of Absolution doesn't take as much stress as the other characters. Let's see. We might actually want to clear the stress on our Grave Robber here. We're taking 7 here. Yeah, I'm going to clear the stress on the Grave Robber. The Man-at-Arms has still better stress resistance, let's put it that way, than the Grave Robber, so that's why I'm prioritizing her. As well as the fact that she's one of our 2 late game characters alongside the Crusader. We go for another one. And the guard has been paying off heavily for us right now. I think I could go for this. Do I want to do? I'm not dropping in the next turn, and I'm not sure I want to be dropping the next turn. I think there is value in going for this, mostly for the Man-at-Arms DOT that I'm trying to get.
Self-preservation is paramount at any cost.
Probably going to Bellow, I believe. Or they could try to guard the Houndmaster. They go Boaster. Okay. There are a couple of turns that I want to go. There are a couple of ideas that I think are valuable this turn. I think the Inspiring Cry on the Man-at-Arms is very valuable. I think also the Panic Darts on the Man-at-Arms has value. But since he didn't guard the Houndmaster, right now she's a threat to the Houndmaster. I also may want to Bolster or guard again. So I'm just going to clear stress right now and do a waiting move. I'm out-sustaining my opponent at the moment, by the nature of my team. So... And since he has a Dazed character, he's going to have to click his Houndmaster sooner than he would like to. They go command here, okay. Ideally, I want to take my Man-at-Arms turn here. Since they commanded, I think there is little value to Bolster. What I'll do is keep the guard up. I really don't want my Grave Robber to take DOT, and she has 75 bleed rest right now. I need to get 1 here. We don't want to take the Flagellant turn first. I want to take the Grave Robber turn. And since they are dropping, this is a good turn to go Toxin Trickery. Clear up the 6 bleed that we had, and also increase our dodge. They get a pass here, and we get 1 free offensive action. That's a very lucky DB. And now we are on the driver's seat. They're probably going to slam our Flagellant, I think. Yes, they do.
Of oblivion.
Now, we could right away go for the redeem, but our mana arms is probably the target of our redeem, and he's taking a little bit of that. So I'm just going to be a little bit more efficient with my heals and heal my flagellant. Remember, after getting first skill, you're most of the time you're going to stabilize first and then go offensively, because my focus was on the doggy and now I don't have a lot of pressure. So instead of trying to catch up with pressure, I'm trying to stabilize with the character advantage that I have, and then I'll go for the pressure, the counter pressure. Right now, as I previously said, I want to drop the redeem, but I have 10 DOT on my mana arms, and to increase the value of this, I'm going to take his action here. Our next target is the Abomination. They have 15 dodge only, and I still have 1 accuracy buff on my Grave Robber, so I'm going to bolster here. And now my Grave Robber has 64 dodge for the rest of the match. They de-transform. I believe they're going to stun my Crusader here and try to force, try to force an Affliction for the next turn. Although we want to focus the Abomination, we also want to focus this mana because he's going to be guarding the Abomination if we try to focus them down. So I'm going to take advantage of the fact that they haven't acted already and drop more DOT on them. And now they're dropping on in 3 turns. They go Bellow here.
Weaken.
We're going to just redeem them in our arms as we had previously strategized for. Ideally, our next action is a Grave Robber action before she gets afflicted. Yeah. And to further increase the stress on this Minerals. Although there is something to be said about maybe going for the Elimination here, since they are dropping in 2 turns here. I think I'll go for the Abomination here, start doing a little bit more stress. You usually don't want to spread stress around this thing, but in this situation I think it's good. Bad calculation by me, I thought I had more DOT on them. We're going to get a few afflictions here. We're going to click and keep the guard up so she doesn't get stunned and we don't lose an important offensive turn for us. Right now the darts are the action that's providing the most offense for us. No great moves for this Illumination here. Maybe the move back is the best option actually. Yep. Good on my opponent for seeing that. Now we could move forward. They don't have any more transforms here. There's also the idea of dropping another reclaim here, but I think my Flagellant is doing fine as of now. Now I'll move him to position 1 because I want the pressure going towards the Crusader and not towards my Flagellant. I don't want to give them bio value here and get my Flagellant dropping. If possible, I want to take the Flagellant turn to go ring and then force them to punish my Flagellant instead of going for more offense on my Grave Robber and Men at Arms. Okay, they bio here to get our Men at Arms afflicted.
Those who covered injury.
And now
No short.
we're going to try to heal the stress off of my Grave Robber if possible. If my affliction lets me. It doesn't, but that's fine. I still think we are on a good position here. If we don't get hit by the Flagellant, okay, they don't take the Flagellant turn, they take the Men at Arms, okay, that's fine. But the idea was if they took the Flagellant turn, we could drop a claim on our Men at Arms. They bellow.
The will to fight. Falters.
The Grave Robber goes Paranoid, so she's sitting at 74 dodge for the rest of the match. For now, what we'll do is take the Grave Robber turn first and drop this Men at Arms to 0. Or do I want to hit the Abomination here? I think I prefer to hit the Men at Arms here. I thought it would do more damage and drop him to 0, and then I would have more value on my bellow. That's fine. It's not bad to focus the Men at Arms first. Okay.
Such a terrible assault.
Because he's going to guard the Abomination if I focus the Abomination. Okay, checking for accuracy. We don't have it. So I think we're going to... do we want to command here? Or do we want to move back to... I'm going to command. And I'll probably drop the second redeem on my Men at Arms here.
Sing the abyss.
I decided to drop the command instead of moving back because the Crusader is going to have to spend his turn healing the Flagellant right now. I'm losing a bit of offense because I didn't calculate the DOT on the Men at Arms correctly, and because I thought I would do more damage on the darts to him. They go bio again, that's fine. You don't want to take the Crusader turn. Let's take the Grave Robber turn first. Now let's focus the correct character here. I think this mentality of looking over your own moves and criticizing them while playing is super good to learning as well. If you don't do it, you have to record your matches and then re-watch them. Just takes more time to rethink your whole ideas about the game. Now, our Flagellant isn't dropping. But we're going to take the Men at Arms turn first. He's going to guard the Grave Robber once again. So she sits well in position 4 without taking damage from the rain. They're getting some important DOT on our characters and some important passes here. What we're going to do is drop a reclaim on our Crusader here. Mainly because we want him alive as long as possible. For now we're threatening to go aggressive on the man-at-arms. Oh, we might just drop another darts on this abomination here to get him afflicted. Bellow. Let's drop another darts on the abomination. Afflicted, fearful, that's good.
Fear and frailty finally claim their due.
And now, a move that I'm considering here for our man-arms, the Bellow has basically not a lot of value. We do have command buffs remaining, so I'm thinking about moving back twice with our man-arms to empower the Crusader. Let's see if he will allow me to do that. He does. Sorry.
The buffoon is flummoxed.
Letting him bleed here, that's fine. Now, we're going to take the Crusader turn first. Because this way he takes the DOT and then the Flagellant dropping will heal the Crusader for more.
Terrible vistas of
Not that in this case it would do any difference, but it's a good habit to have. And we're going to go for the DB check here again.
maintain the offense.
And at this point the Abomination is dropping and we have 4 characters alive still. This is basically unwinnable for my opponent.
Well, it would appear the buffoon is flummoxed.
Probably another Rhinoceros turn.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Dropping here. We're going to take the man-at-arms turn first. And we're going to drop another command just in case he eventually dies and we can't use his accuracy buffs anymore. We got a pass here that's huge for us. We're going to take our first darts turn onto this abomination for the DB check. Probably a good idea to heal the man-at-arms here. Or stress heal him. I think I prefer to stress heal.
Demands its
Yeah. And we're going for another DB check here if possible. That's a lot of damage.
the stage for heroism.
You get another 40. And this is unwinnable now for my opponent. Unless my afflictions do the craziest amount of RNG. Now, late game Flagellant on this team has no punish, so my Flagellant now is going to just drop Reclaim after Reclaim until he drops and then go Exangs on the enemy Flagellant. He's basically going to try to exhaust himself. The punish on my Crusader. Interesting. You do get it. And you guys know that I'm going to try to keep him alive for longer. I'm going to take this turn to heal the man-at-arms out of Death Star. And we are going to guard the Crusader now. We're still gonna guard the Crusader. We could have maybe moved back, actually. Maybe the move back was better. But that's fine. Still in good territory here. We're not taking enough duty to drop with the meta arms here. We're going to first move, take his turn and move back. For a rain. We're going to do what we previously said we would. Take our mana arms turn and move back once. Then we're going to drop. I wanted to drop a reclaim on my grave robber here. Unfortunate. Now what we'll do is take the grave robber turn first. Hit him with another darts, and then try to heal with the Crusader. That's fortunate. Oh, okay. We're going to abandon the grave robber now and try to end the match with the Crusader and Flagellant. I mean, biggest Rhinoceros value ever. You get 1 kill.
Fight on. The mob rallies.
We're going to click here for us, drop a command. These passes are a little bit annoying. But now with the Xang and the Zealous here, I think it's unlikely my opponent can come back from this. They're going to start having to drop their own Xangs. I think the best idea for them is to go after the Crusader here. It's my only winning condition, yeah. They don't get the bleed, unlucky, even though we have only 55 bleed rests here. We're going to try to guard to give our Crusader bonus damage, because he has command buff and he's guarded. And now we'll start hitting this Flagellant to increase our chances of winning this match. And we're going to keep those reclaims up on our Crusader. It's not dropping yet. We're not dropping off with our Flagellant, so you can drop another reclaim before our next Xang, if he doesn't hit us. Go punish on our mana arms. They do get the bleed here. I'm going to drop the reclaim on the mana arms here. They are still guarded. He hits himself, that's fine. We're going to command for more crit chance. Do get him down to 0 once again.
The buffoon is flummoxed.
And we are waiting for the next exam. They got Punisher, okay.
Reeling about
Do get us killed here. Very good that we drop here. What we're going to do is click the flagellant first and start going for the DB checks here. That's 2 DB checks. I believe we still have 1 more exam to go for.
grievous injury. How do you feel?
Ouchie. It doesn't look too good to be true. I'm going to stress heal here, because stress killing me is their win condition. And I desperately need to drop reclaims here.
This is no place for the weak or foolhardy.
We need to... Okay, they do get another... another bleed here. We're going to heal our flagellant. They say no, of course. Why wouldn't they? So we're going to have to hit him. Okay. Act out's the only move here. Do they go for their last exam? They do. Do they get it? No. Okay. We're going to take the Crusader turn first because the Flagellant is going to heal him out of Death Star. And I believe we have to hit this Flagellant here. And go for our last... Oh, we don't have any more X-Things. Oh, that's my bad. I thought I still had one. We desperately need to keep this Crusader alive. That is barely not enough. We're going to click him. And
the reveling throne demands its portion.
Although I really want to heal him, I think the best move is to stress heal, because I don't think I could heal out of punish range to kill. This is an intense match. I didn't thought it would be this close. They don't have any more heals though. They don't get it now. Yeah. We're not healing out of Death Star yet, so another reclaim, please. Only move. Now we're healing out of Death Star. But we still are close to getting one shot by punish with the stress, so we're going to stress heal once again. Taking no chances. Do they go for the Crusader once again? Or they try to go the Flagellant? No, the Crusader. Okay. We're going to once again click our Flagellant first. Now we're healing 6 here. And we are not that close to getting him. I'm going to hit him with Zealous here. Get him afflicted.
Madness, our old friend.
They do exactly 6. And they get the bleed here. Now I think we need to heal. And pray that they don't do 6 here. Actually, we were going to heal more with the flagellant dropping. We're dropping more reclaims. Just trying to stall it out. They get my flagellant killed now. And now it's going to be a race. Oh, the pass.
Right on. The mob rally.
The crit. I think we are losing this, which is crazy. There's still a chance. I believe we can win this.
Another life wasted.
I believe in my RNG. Not looking? Huh? And GG's. Oh. This is fun. Okay, we still got this. My Crusader. Oh, and he used himself. That's a great end to a great match. Anyways, I think we're going to do only one match because this one was super long for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.